This is your update on the reality of East Palestine, Ohio.
Let's go, Brandon! Let's go, Brandon! Let's go, Brandon! Let's go!
That's the message. That's the message to Biden right there. Too little, too late. How you guys doing? There you go, guys. Out here in East Palestine, this is Joe Biden finally showing up more than a year later. And that's the message. Real simple. Too little, too late. Joe, too little, too late. All right, Mike, why is everyone out here?
This is Trump country here. This is nothing but a political stunt. Mike Ruley says he's going to be our next congressman. This town needs $250 to $300 million. Our slogan is too little, too late, Mr. Biden.
Yeah.
This town, yeah. You don't see any support in this town for Mr. Biden.
Yeah. You say Mr. Biden.
Yeah, Mr. Biden.
That's it.
Mr. Biden.
Yeah. God bless you guys.
God bless you too as well.
Good to see you. Let me see those ones. Hold them up. There you go. Resident, not president. Don't sniff me, Joe. Don't sniff me, Joe. I love it. Latinos for Trump. Puerto Rican. I love it. God bless you.
Yes, let's talk about Sleepy Joe. Recently, Biden vows to continue to hold Norfolk Southern accountable for derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. I don't know if you have seen that. You saw at the beginning of this clip how people went off on him. It was a total embarrassment. President Biden visited East Palestine, Ohio on Friday, just over a year after a freight train carrying hazardous material derailed in the small village near Pennsylvania state line, and he vowed to hold the railway company Norfolk Southern accountable via act of God. Mr. Biden said there was an act of greed that was 100% preventable.
I'm in East Palestine this morning, where President Biden is expected to arrive and tour. I've been speaking to business owners and residents about his visit, and they tell me he is 1 year too late.
The people of this town needed him when it first happened. I mean, this was a tragedy.
Ohio Senators Sherrod Brown and J.D. Vance have sent a letter to President Biden ahead of his visit to East Palestine here today, asking him to create the Voluntary Disease Registry. This would allow tracking for residents who feel they are experiencing serious illnesses. Now, since I've been covering this story for the last year and keeping up with residents, they tell me they are still experiencing odd symptoms like rashes and respiratory issues, even 1 year later.
Good morning, everyone. President Biden is expected here in the next few hours. I'm in East Palestine, Ohio, and it's been a year since I've been here, since that horrific train derailment that turned this beautiful town upside down. And I got to tell you, people are not happy. They feel that they've been abandoned by the administration. They don't understand why President Biden is coming now a year later. It's been a year, and they're upset.
You're on video. Is it good?
You know what time Biden's going to be here?
No, that's what we're waiting to hear. I will let y'all know as soon as I find out.
All right.
How do you feel about Biden being here?
I think that he's coming too late. He should have been here a year ago instead of going over Ukraine and helping them. Help American citizens first.
Thank you all for coming. On behalf of the village of East Palestine, I want to welcome President Biden. As we pass the first anniversary of the train derailment, the village of East Palestine appreciates the support from the U.S. EPA, the Department of Transportation. We'd also like to thank Governor Mike DeWine, the Ohio EPA, the Ohio EMA, and the Department of Public Safety.
Mr. President, any message to residents who question why it took a year?
It's time to leave.
Any message to residents who question why it took a year?
And you just heard that. What was your reaction to Joe Biden and the EPA basically cheering themselves, giving themselves a pat on the back?
We're never going to get help. We're never going to get help. Like, how can they turn a blind eye when our kids are still having unexplained nosebleeds? When they're starting to have seizures, when we have to tuck kids into beds in homes that haven't been tested. We're citizens. We're not politics. We're people. Like, how can they do this to us?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the sentiment.
I also own a trucking company, and I've had several people call me and ask me if I could block the entrance of the town so that he can't come, because it's been over a year and now he wants to come when it's election time.
Allison says he's lost tens of thousands of dollars since February 3rd, after his tenants up and left for good during the vinyl chloride controlled burn. Allison had to decontaminate and renovate his abandoned unit.
Yes, there was something Biden said that triggered a lot of people. According to this article, I want to continue to hold Norfolk Southern accountable. Make sure they make your community whole now and in the future, and what they do not make whole, what they cannot make whole, what isn't made, the government will make whole. We have an obligation, Mr. Biden said. Amongst the hazardous materials aboard the Norfolk Southern train was vinyl chloride, a substance used to make a variety of plastic products. Crew worked to vent and burn off rail cars carrying the vinyl chloride, which has been associated with an increased risk of various cancer and neurological symptoms to prevent an explosions. Okay, people expected that Biden could actually do more for the people suffering in this area. He went and continued, to blame this company like they will be accountable without actually doing something, to make the people in this area to be happy.
For it. So guess what? We don't feel bad for you. Not even a little bit. Have a day.
Yes, when you see a politician, you will know. Biden decided to visit this area at this time. He knows best. Election is coming up. This is the best time to do that. You might even be shocked to realize Biden can decide to do something in Maui too. At this time, because of elections, they realized these locations, all voted for Trump, so they didn't care. If you remember, during this period, when this happened, Trump visited that area at that moment. The people needed this at that time. 1 year after, Biden is going there, clearly tells you something. I don't want to talk much. Let me play this video. But before I do that, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. And if possible, share this video.
He posted that video this morning, and then this person left this comment. Why the hell would Ohio want anything from that jackass? We are waiting on Trump to clean the country up.
I don't know if you have any information pertaining to this. Drop on in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly.
Safety office. That's who you voted for in that district. Donald Trump, who reduces all safety. He did in those days.
Showed up at McDonald's and those voters saw something on the ground that probably resonates in a way that they need.
But they need to look past the photo ops, these people, and say, who's doing the job here? Forget about the...
This is Donald Trump's fault.
Wait. Watch this.
Water there? I hate my job.
Yeah.